They play a test in Perth on the Saturday before it.
Yep.
So they'll fly in from Perth to here. We'll spend the week here.
Okay.
It's important that we immerse ourselves into the region. That's really part of what we stand for, what we want to stand for, this Wallaby group to stand for. So there'll be a lot of activities based that showcase both the players and the game.
Sure. Scott, how does that rank in your career highlights in 2012? That wet, cold night.
It ranks in absurdity in many ways, but it's certainly a highlight that way. It was great in the fact for, it was my first test with the Scottish boys, so it was great for that. You still have an alliance with your own country, don't you? So there was sort of mixed emotions. It wasn't straight after the game, if I'm honest, but later. But it was an odd night. It was a good night. One thing I'd like to say, I'm probably remiss up there not saying, is that in the recent bushfires, we had to reallocate one of our domestic teams for their pre-season over the Christmas period. Wasn't easy to do, but the City of Newcastle got together with us. So we moved the Brumbies in 3 days for 14 days in a very difficult time. Like I said, Christmas period, accommodation stretched to the limit right across the board, and the support we got from the people here with a couple of phone calls was immense. And the feedback I got from the Brumbies was exceptional from every party. So the Novocastrians got together. They're really, really good. So if we go back now to that game, I don't want the same weather this one. And that's what I don't want. So it was a weird experience, but it's a great experience.
Is it that experience that sort of made you excited to come back again and bring the Wallabies this time around?
Yeah, certainly. It's often spoken about. Newcastle, they don't know the district or the Hunter region. So much on offer. You go the wine region, the beaches is spoken about before. But when I've taken international teams, when I've come to Australia and I've coached international teams, we've always finished up out the wine regions, and people don't even know it's here. So I think part of rugby, because it's such an international game, it's seeing areas that you don't normally get to see and focus on, and there's a lot to be proud of in this area. It is, and so I think you're developing sports people, but you're developing humans that are better and are more experienced, and taking them to these regions and understanding what makes us as a country, but celebrate the good of the districts is a really good, important part of what rugby brings.
And Jack, you've got 2 games here, the Waratahs this weekend and then hopefully the Wallabies later in the year. Are you excited about playing in Newcastle?
Oh, always. I mean, especially if you look at last year's game here for the Waratahs, I unfortunately got rested for that game along with Bernard Foley, and speaking a lot this week is a big motivation for us as the New South Wales representative team is to kind of make amends for that game, because we want to do the whole state proud, and part of what we've done the last couple of years with our home games is taking it out to places like like Newcastle, is making sure that we're doing everyone proud. Especially as a player, seeing all the kids rock up from all parts of Newcastle coming in and talking to them after the game and making sure we're inspiring them to stay in rugby and just as I was a kid in New South Wales watching footy, just inspiring that next generation to do the same thing.